Right, hopefully I'm on and you can hear me. I'll just check the microphone's working on the... Yep, that's definitely working. Right, cool. So I'll see the chat when anybody comes in. Hopefully we get some people coming on and commenting. We're just going to mess about and have a chat, really. There's no... So this is just that sort of game where people make games in the game sort of thing. But I felt like doing a stream. I'm doing it today at this point because I feel alright at the moment, but yesterday I felt a bit shit, so sort of I'm streaming at this point today, you know, because if I'm awake and sort of... Alright, Brighto, did you see the rack I got? Because I haven't seen you on in a while, but I got a PM63, deactivated sadly, but I quite like it. But yeah, so yesterday I just had like loads of stuff where I kept coughing, you know, my lungs are really sore. I did at least get a load of that phlegmy shit out of it, but today I've been to the pharmacist, you know, and got some better cough medicine. That's cool, but yeah, if you've not seen it, I've got a PM63 rack, and I quite like it, even though it's such a weird design. It is good fun. But like I said, sadly mine's not live. Anyway, let's find a game on here, shall we? Let's see what their picks are at the moment. What's the Phantom Files? Is that like a creepy thing or not? Let's see. Right, let's play it and see. But hello everybody joining. So it's actually first person, is it? I thought it was going to be like side scroller. Oh, maybe it is. Maybe, I don't know. Oh, I'm dead. Right. Can't see what I'm meant to be doing because that text. I have no clue what I'm doing. I'll probably switch to another game in a minute. I'm assuming the ghost tried to kill you. Was that like a portal gun? Oh, okay, you do portals in this as well. Anyway, I'm not really in the mood to play a game like this, so anyway, I'll go back to the chat. But I'll give it a thumbs up. It looks like they've put quite a lot of effort into it, but it's not really what I was sort of thinking about messing about on. That sounds cool, Brighto. What's more based about armoured and infantry? I think it's cut off one of your comments there. Let me set it to live chat, not top chat. Unless you're on about the PM63, but that's just like a vehicle crew sort of gun, isn't it? A bit like the Scorpion is, or like a, you know, compact SMG. Unless you're on about something completely different there. I wonder if anybody's done, what do you call it, a new, Pig Detective one, because those are quite good. So we want Pig Detective. Because there's like a series of these, but I'm wondering if he actually got round to, releasing the third one. Or whichever one it was. Not the third one, I've played the third one, because that's Pig Detective 3, but I thought he was making another one that was meant to be out by Christmas. See, there's the demo for it. This is the one I was looking at, the Beast of Boffington, but I assume he's not actually brought it out yet then. But basically, these are some sort of almost like point-and-click style puzzle games in the style of Monkey Island. Oh, Call to Arms. Never played it, I don't think. Yeah, just be careful, like I said before, Brighto, about mentioning stuff like that on here, because I don't want anybody getting in trouble. Okay, so there's no new Pig Detective ones. Let's do by genre. And see if we can find any good horror-type ones. Let's do this one as it's the first, like, recommended one on the list. But yeah, anyway, I'm hoping, because I don't know if you heard Bridetold, but I was quite ill last weekend. Not last weekend, the weekend before. So, back end of January, and I ended up in hospital on the Sunday, and they found a bit of fluid in my lungs. So I said that's why I've had a load of problems recently with coughing stuff up. And they think it's been because when I got COVID, I got a secondary infection when my immune system was still weak. So they think, like I probably picked up some sort of flu or chest infection that managed to get into my lungs. So I'm mostly doing alright now. It's just yesterday I had an annoying day where I just felt like shit again, but at least it only lasted one day yesterday. It wasn't one of those ones where like before, where I've had like several days in a row where I felt awful. But yeah, what I've done today is I keep going to the pharmacy at the moment and buying like quite good cough medicine, as in it gets the stuff up without you having to cough too much. Because that's the problem with this stuff, is when you have to keep coughing and coughing and coughing, that's when it just starts causing you like chest pain. You pull the muscles. Right, I've no idea what I'm meant to do on this game. I'm assuming it's like some sort of horror thing, isn't it? Right, hopefully that stops you catching it, or if you get it, it will make it very mild, because like I said, I'd had 3 jabs before I got COVID. COVID itself wasn't too bad, it was more just all the secondary infections I kept getting afterwards. But assume now I must have really good antibodies if I've had 3 jabs and had it and, overcome it. You'd think at that point you'd... who was phone? Can I run in this? No. Oh, it's a different room now, isn't it? It's a bit dark for me to see. Let me turn the light off that I've got by the screen. That's better. Yeah, our COVID cases are going back up in the UK at the moment, Bridetold, because it turns out, like, now all the kids are going back to school and that it's spreading really easily through school children. And there's 2 variants of Omicron now, isn't there? There's Omicron, like, B2 or whatever they call it. And that's the one that's now... like starting to replace Omicron, like the old Omicron. So it never ends. Although thankfully both are very mild, so there's that. It's not really that dangerous at least, but you still don't want to catch it. Just because, like I said, of all the problems I've had afterwards of, like secondary infections and things. Oh, the mirror doesn't work. Is there a phantom shitter in the toilet? Cheers, Kit Kat. Yeah, like I said, yesterday I was still a bit rough, but it seems like now it just seems like I have an odd day where I feel bad, as opposed to several days in a row feeling awful. So I'm assuming I've overcome most of the infection. And to be honest, one of the reasons I might have felt bad yesterday was Tuesday. Although I didn't get drunk, I did have some alcohol, and that probably lowers your immune system sort of tolerances. So I'll probably just avoid alcohol completely now, I think, at the moment, until I'm completely better. Just because it's not worth it. Especially if you don't actually get properly drunk, you just have like 1 beer, and then the next day you feel like, your symptoms are worse. Because it's not even like a hangover feeling, it's just one of those fucking horrible, things like, oh, my chest infection feels worse again now. So, yeah, maybe I'll be completely sober. That doesn't sound good, but yeah, it sounds like with the school things at the moment that it's just going to be, like hotbed for spreading disease. But like I said, at least when I got Omicron itself wasn't that bad. But bear in mind, I had been jabbed and everything before then. But I think it's more just the secondary infection risks that seem a lot scarier. That when your immune system's weaker from catching it. Because I know several other people that have had this exact same problem. They've caught, like quite nasty bouts of flu, which were a lot worse than COVID. Alright, Mike? Yeah, cheers, Tactical. I was just saying to the other people, yesterday I felt a bit shit. But there wasn't really... It was hard to explain. I didn't feel like really lethargic like I did the other days, where I couldn't get out of bed. It was just more one of those days where when I was out of bed and trying to concentrate on stuff, I'd get a headache, sort of thing. And I kept coughing, because obviously I've got like that stuff in my lungs. So that just kept, like making my lungs hurt. Oh, look, he moved. Ooh. But yeah. So I'm just on some weird horror game, but yeah, thanks Tactical. But like I said, I'm hoping now it's mostly on its way out. It just seems like now and again, if I get a bad day, it's only a single bad day now, rather than it being, like several days in a row where I just feel shivery and can't get out of bed. But yeah, like I was saying to people, if it was before you came on, I'm probably going to, at the moment, completely avoid alcohol altogether, even like, like single beer amounts.
I'm so proud of you, Victor.
What's going on here?
I'm so proud of you.
Don't stay too late.
No, I be the truth. There should be balance.
I have no idea what's going on. I could do another video on the Bren if there's something you particularly wanted to see on it. I mean, what I could do in that sort of video is actually get a couple of other guns out at the same time so you can see the size comparison on them, because the Sturmgewehr 57 I've got is a very good comparison with the Bren. Yeah, Mike, what I'm thinking it might be is if it like makes your immune system a bit weaker, I reckon it might just be that you know, like you have a beer and then the next day like your cough or whatever feels worse just because it's, you know, stopped your immune system dealing with it alright. Because I know there's like loads of drugs you're not meant to take alcohol with, are they? And I don't mean like drugs like party drugs, I mean like, you know, proper pharmaceuticals. Yeah, I can definitely do that, Ross Boss, at some point. I don't know when I'll get round to it, but yeah, because the Sturmgewehr 57 is designed to fill the same role as the Bren. Like, not as well as a Bren, because it's just more of an all-around jack-of-all-trades rifle. But because it's got, you know, like, the same style bipod at the front, and it was capable of automatic fire, it is pretty similar in a way. Yeah, I don't combine those two anyway, Heavy Sandwich, but yeah, there's lots of things like that you're not meant to combine. And like I said, that's what I think it might be, is like not anything too serious as well, but you know, just one of those things where, at the moment, I probably just feel way better just not drinking at all. Because when I was really ill, I did like a week of having no alcohol at all, like, you know, not even a single beer. And I felt really good for that week, so it's probably just something like that. Because that's the weird thing, like I was saying, on Tuesday, if I looked at how many units I drank, I don't think I had more than 5 units. You know, like, what they would say is don't overdo that per day, but, you know, it's still one of those things of, just, yeah, felt pretty bad the next day. Yeah, Dan, it's because, like I was saying, because I felt quite ill yesterday, with that cough and everything, I thought I'd stream now while I'm awake. And that way, you know, if later on, because the problem was yesterday, if I'd have streamed earlier in the day, I'd have probably managed to do a stream. But it was just as the day went on, you know, I felt more achy and everything from the constant coughing I was doing. Right, I don't know what I'm meant to be doing now, because I'm just walking in circles around the square thing. Maybe this game's finished, I don't know. Should we go to the menu and find another one? I'll recommend it, because it's weird, but I don't really get it, but okay. Oh, that's quite a good one. I played this one before, but I'll play it again. I don't think I've played it on the stream, but this is, like, quite a good sort of, like, weird horror puzzle type thing. But yeah, I'm feeling way better today again. It's just one of those weird things, and like I was saying to Mike and a few other people, I'll probably just at this point now try just, like, not having any alcohol whatsoever till I'm completely clear of this infection. Because I reckon, again, that might cause interactions with it. So, you know, it's just trying to do as many things possible to be as healthy as possible for the time being till I finally get rid of this bloody sort of chest infection. Alright, I've got a coffee, so I need to remember to start drinking some of that before it goes cold. Did I miss anything exciting on Until Dawn the other day, Mike? I know you didn't do it yesterday, but the day before I wasn't on, was I? Because that was when I went to bed quite early that night, because I kept coughing and, like, pulling my chest muscles. Don't think you can steal the chessboard, no. I have to find the creepy dolls. That's what I'm meant to be doing at the moment, because I've played this before. So there's one there, but I can't get that one yet. Hasbro conspiracies are like the Ouija board thing, because they own the copyright of the Ouija board, don't they, Hasbro? Can I get that feather, or do I have to unlock the cabinet somehow first? Yeah, did you see Mike stream it before Tactical? It's just a thing where people can make games using the horror stuff. Don't know what the combination for that is yet, do I? No, so I can't go through there. Oh, I haven't been in this room, right. Oh good, I've got a key. There was a doll here. It's gone now. Isn't that a Silent Hill 2 reference? But it was like there was a hole here or something in Silent Hill 2. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, it's just sort of a generic-y horror game type thing, but again, it's one where people make their own games. It's not really like any specific thing in Dreams, it's just where people say, I want to make a game about this, and then they do it. You know, sort of thing. Right, let's open that like a shortcut, hasn't it, back into the main corridor, right. No, it's just stuff made in Dreams, Tactical. There's stuff that's even more impressive than this on here. There's a guy stood behind there, but he never does anything, because I kept thinking he was going to jump out last time I played this, but... So this actually reminds me a bit of that bit in Resident Evil Village, where you're, you know, in the basement. It does remind me a bit of that bit, actually, although there's not a giant baby in this area. I can't remember if I know the combination for this yet, or if it's something where I have to, Oh, I see, yeah, it changes the pictures. Yes, I need to find out the pictures. I guess they're haunted, creepy dolls. Like I said, it's just a weird, horror game somebody's made, so I wouldn't think too much into it. Orion... So they're just the star formations, aren't they? They're not a clue. There's definitely a clue somewhere here, because I've done it, like I said, I've completed this before. Where, you know, you can find somewhere where it shows you the, Oh, that's pretty cool, Cheers, Tactical. Yeah, that's pretty cool, Poland, if it's legal to make over there. Ah, this is where I'm going to use my other key, I guess. Because, yeah, the law on it really varies from country to country. But I guess as long as you don't do anything stupid with it, it's not really that bad, is it? Because I think people forget that black powder is a lot weaker than, like, modern combustible, you know, like, firearm material. Like they use in modern cartridges. Yeah, it could be that. He's just sorting his museum out. Oh, okay, there we go. So, blue apple, green diamond, red spider, arachnid thing. So, was it blue apple? Yeah. Red spider, was it? Yeah, and green... What was the green one? Oh, there we go, green diamond. It's illegal to own a military one. It's a weird law they have there. It's also the same thing with firearms. Like, you can have a like sporting firearm in almost the exact same cartridge as a military one, but you're not allowed the military ones. It's really weird. So companies specifically often design masks for like the French, not masks, like guns for the French market, where they're basically almost of normal caliber, but just slightly different, so they get around the law. It's just a stupid law, basically. Because there's quite a few Forgotten Weapons videos where he goes over like weird calibers like that. Oh look, a Ouija board. That was funny, people mentioning that. 4, 5, 1. I guess there was a thing before the 4th, wasn't there? So, what was before the 4th? 0. Okay, 0451, that'll be my door code. There we go. 0, 4, 5, 1. There we go. Score 62, because it's like every little thing you find gives you a slightly higher score, doesn't it? But yeah, I think I've already given this one a thumbs up. Yeah, I have, so yeah, it still gets a thumbs up because this is a weird thing and I like it, but okay. Was that the one we did before, that Haunted Mansion one? Now it's got a creepy little picture, so let's see what this thing is. The eternal nut. So I guess that thing's chasing me, is it? I don't know. The controls are a bit weird. I don't really get how they're working, or am I not controlling the character? I think the game's controlling itself at the moment. Yeah, because none of the controls do anything. Maybe this is just more like an interactive film type thing, I don't know. Yeah, I guess this is more just like an interactive thing, this one, so never mind. Sure, why not give it a thumbs up? They obviously put effort into it. It's just that, you know, I kind of prefer ones that are actual games. Yeah, I suppose audio-visual short, so yeah, it's just more like a film then. Ghost Train, eh? Let's see the Ghost Train. Oh, did I say to people there's something I'm quite interested in that's coming out this month, supposedly, and it's that Half-Life 2 mod that's been in development for a couple of years, but I think it's actually being sold. And it's basically like Half-Life 2, but completely rebalanced from the ground up with loads of cut content in it. So it looked quite good. Okay, so we have a weird running animation. So can we just get on the train or what? No, I guess maybe I arrived here by the train, I don't know. Sit. Yeah, I'm sure loads of them look good in VR, but annoyingly I don't have the PlayStation VR headset. I might get one at some point if they end up cheap enough, because like I said, I've got the Oculus Rift for my PC, but I just don't use it very often. But I think on a console, VR would actually be kind of easier to just launch and close stuff using. Because the problem is on PC a lot of the time is like, you know, how you try and go into an app and then it's like bits where you have to keep taking a headset off to do stuff and then put the headset back on, which is really annoying. Okay. I'm not going to bother reading all of the chat at the moment. Not your guys' chat, but you know what I mean, like the in-game dialogue. Seems we're just like playing a load of these to see what they are. Oh, so you can change your costume, can you? Okay. Let's be this weird thing then. Looks like a fly or something. I still think some of these look really good for literally being made on the PS5. Like, you know, not actually made in a proper development type studio, but people just making these. Oh, is this a ghost train? This looks like a ghost train. Not VR, that's something. Oh, is this one of those ones where you have to like shoot the targets? Oh, right, yeah. I mean, it's quite easy because all you literally do is just keep doing that. Alright, chocolate muffin. I'll do a members stream tomorrow as long as I don't feel bad again. But hopefully I'll be alright. Yeah, I can see what you mean by a Tim Burton thing, quite Nightmare Before Christmas, isn't it, sort of thing. Anyway, we won't play loads of this sort of thing anyway. I wanted to see if we can find any cool weird stuff on here. So let's go home. I should have given it, let's give it a thumbs up because they clearly put a lot of work into that. Dream surfing. Yeah, search Boris Johnson and see if there's a game where we can get arrested for committing crimes against Boris Johnson. Oh, hang on, the controller's doing that weird thing at the moment. Let me try and sort that out. Where it sort of keeps wanting to go to H for some reason on the haptic pad. I don't know why it does that now and again, but... it's a weird thing, because sometimes it does it, sometimes it doesn't. It's like, I don't know if it's like... it doesn't really matter, but... yeah, it's really hard to try and select the thing I want to select, because it keeps trying to go back to the middle of the keyboard. Right, there's Boris, space... you can't see what I'm typing, but I'm just typing Boris Johnson. To see if, Boris Johnson boss fight. Okay, let's see what that is. Might not be very well made, but it's one of the only games about Boris Johnson, so let's have a look.
Riding round in a Rover. If I see ops and it's over, I'll send man straight to Jehovah when I take shots like M. Sharapova.
Yeah,
doing up tennis. Call man Dennis of Venice. Doing up olives in Venice. Big man ting up.
I don't know, I don't get that one. Right. Okay, if I could spell that, I would, as in, like, I don't have the characters on my on-screen keyboard to type that in, but, oh, is this like a Contra type thing? I'm afraid Boris Johnson isn't very funny with what he's doing to the country at the moment. I think every time we do a stream, everybody hates him more and more at this point. Let's just skip the cutscene and get to the game. So is this like a Contra type thing, or Risk of Rain type thing? Oh, I fell to my death. Didn't realise that was a pit. I can shoot. Can I shoot these? Yeah. Everything. Oh, that was an enemy, was it? I can barely see him. Oh, I see. I shoot through those. I'm not sure, Brighto. I've never really tried. You might be able to get them up by going through enough menus, but like I said, the annoying thing is today it's doing that annoying thing where it doesn't want to type very well. Oh, another drop. As in, it keeps doing the thing because you can use a haptic pad as well as like the thumbsticks to select the letters. It keeps doing a thing where it keeps wanting to go to the middle of the keyboard. It looks closest to me like Risk of Rain, if you've ever played that. The first one anyway, because the sequel's actually like a first-person game, isn't it? It's completely different. But the first Risk of Rain is a side-scroller like this, on some weird alien planet. I won't keep playing this one because seems like you actually have to concentrate quite a bit. But I'll give it a thumbs up because it seems like they put a lot of effort into it again. Like I said, the thing is, as long as people have put effort into these, they're all good fun. Was this a car game? Let's try this one. See what the car plays like. No, I've not got 100k subs yet, so they don't send you the plaque until you get to 100k subs, and that's if they still even do it. But in theory, in about a month's time, I should be at 100k, so I guess I'll find out then. Now, at the moment... customise car, eh? Oh, it only lets you change the colour, okay. That's still pretty cool, but yeah. Right. How do I start? Oh, do I have to do the tutorial thing? Events. So it's not like a free roam thing, is it? It's just... Okay, so there's some sort of turbo thing on here. Well, that's the thing, if they send me a plaque, I'd definitely do a video on it. I'd probably put it in the background so it's visible on every video. Saying that, is there a new Gran Turismo at any point, like, that's come out on the PS5? Because I always used to really like the Gran Turismos, but I've not played any since the PS3 ones. I'll have a look on the store, actually, after I finish playing this, because I wouldn't mind getting a new Gran Turismo if there's actually, like, a modern one out, but I don't know how often they make them. Handbrake to drift around corners, sort of. Oh no. So I lose a load of time from that. So should have just done this look rather than using the handbrake, that would have been better. Yeah, you often get, like, kids that are really good at beating you at stuff, aren't... Like, because that's the weird thing, is, like, obviously when I was growing up, I'd have been able to beat my parents at any sort of game, but now there's, like, things where I sometimes play against, like, relatively little kids on things, you know, like nephews and stuff like that, and they're generally really good at the sort of games they play nowadays. Well, it's a shame so many games don't have split screen anymore. Because split screen used to be such a cool thing, you know, even though you could cheat and look at the other person's screen, but still. Ooh. The problem is where it's doing that return the car to the road thing is like you get stuck and then it just resets you anyway and you lose a load of time by the look of it. I've got BeamNG Drive on the PC. Well, you've got all like the physics, haven't you? And you can smash the cars up completely. I really like that. saying that, I nearly got hit by a car today when I was driving, because there was some twat driving on the wrong side of the road. Because if you don't know, in the UK, you drive basically always on the left side of the road. You know, unlike the Americans, where you drive on the right, or pretty much everywhere else in the world. So, basically, if you come to a junction, you know, it should be the car on the left-hand side is generally further away, depending on which side of the road you're on. The car oncoming should be on, you know, your side of the road. So I was just coming to peer out, and then I double-checked, and then, yeah, there was a car just driving on the wrong side of the road. Like, brilliant. Thank you, whoever blocked the spam bot. Right, see you, Tactical. I won't be on too much longer, but like I said, I do want to get back to doing some proper streams again and everything soon, but I'm hoping, you know, if I just try and be sensible with what I eat and drink and everything, that won't take too long. But it's just annoying when you have a day like where you feel fine the previous day, and then suddenly the next day you feel shit for no reason. We'll do a couple more before I finish. How long have I been streaming for? About 40 odd minutes or something. Somebody else will have to tell me, because I don't know what time I started. But this is actually like a proper game, this one. I'll go back to playing it where I was before. But, you know, it's kind of like a platformy type thing, 3D platformer. Right, I don't know if I'm back where I was, or if I've started the game from the beginning again. I don't know of ones that let you fit 60mm filters to 40mm masks, but you can certainly get them the other way round. As in, you know, put 40mm masks on the 60mm filter type thing. I have no idea anything about it, Skyfox, so I'm afraid I can't really give you a good answer to that. Ah, yeah, I haven't played this level before, so this has got like Prince of Persia type traps, has it? Ah, yeah, cool. It's got like, yeah, spikes and... Ow. My bad. Yeah, so this is very Prince of Persia-y now, okay. The game's called Dreams, and it's basically just a thing where people can make their own games using this thing. I'm glad you like the videos, but like I said, at the moment I've sadly not been able to do as many as I want to have been doing, just because of the fact that after I got COVID I've not really got over it properly yet. Although I think I'm getting there now, it's just, you know, one of those things. I'm probably just going for that door, am I? Yep. Is this one actually a puzzle? Yeah, by the look of it. There we go. Can you jump in this? I can't remember. Assuming probably not if I'm not doing it automatically when I'm doing that. I'm sure it's just a roll. But... yeah, it's not nice, is it, Regiv? The doctors think, with me personally, it's not so much long COVID as, you know, like I keep picking up other infections because of like a weakened immune system since having COVID. It's that same sort of shit, you know, where you suddenly just feel awful on the day because you pick something else up you wouldn't normally catch. But hopefully they'll do more research into that and, figure out a way of treating it. Because did you see the thing the other week where they figured out how to put, was it xenon gas or xenon gas into people's lungs to show how if you've had COVID, your lungs don't pick up oxygen as well from the air? Which was quite interesting. Because it was basically showing that, you know, although on an X-ray your lungs might look fine, they're actually not. Which is quite interesting. You know, it's because it's kind of actual proof that something's gone on. So it looked a bit like a thermal sort of image, but it showed, you know, like a healthy person's lungs and then somebody's had COVID. And they're just not absorbing, like, oxygen from the blood or whatever it is. As it would do for a normal person. It's quite interesting. Visually, this reminds me a bit of Rayman as well, actually, so like Rayman 2 or whatever. Yeah, the thing I get a lot is the breathing issues, and they think that's, again, because I've got asthma anyway, and then, like, it's causing secondary infections in the lungs. That's where they think, you know, and again, if you're out of breath, then you're going to feel really fatigued, aren't you? Because you're not really operating on full steam ahead, or whatever you want to call it. Oh no, not enchanted fire that's coming after me. Oh, I see, you knock it away, and then I guess that is what you use to blow up the barrels over there, I guess. The only problem is I don't know how to... Ah, there we go, that one's done it. It's quite hard to get the angle exactly right on the sort of third person here. There we go. Yeah, I found what's helped me at least, again, I don't know if it's the same thing, is going outside when it's quite cold and just like breathing nice cold fresh air. That seems to help me more than anything. Oh, yeah, completely minced up by those blades. Yeah, I'm not timing that well at all, am I? But anyway, I won't be playing this too much longer because I do need to go get some lunch and whatever in a bit. Because while I've got an appetite, I really need to eat, because otherwise I might, you know, not feel hungry again, and then I won't be getting any nutrition. I meant to be making him drop the bomb on all those like breakable bits of floor. Oh yeah, there we go. But anyway, as soon as I finish whatever this level is, I'll go off after that. But yeah, for anybody that's a member, I'll try and do a members stream tomorrow, assuming I feel alright tomorrow. Sort of in the afternoon or evening. Yeah, there's quite a few things like that, isn't there, Roger? But it's always really cool stuff when they make it so you can actually make stuff on a console rather than needing... Because I always like the level, like the map maker on Time Splitters for that reason, where you could, you know, although it was not as good a level as you could make, you know, like the developers could make, you could still do pretty good little sort of corridor shooter levels. This is quite a long level. too much damage just running straight through that. This actually kind of visually reminds me a bit of Crash Bandicoot as well, you know, when they did some of the, well, all of them were 3D technically, weren't they, but I was thinking more of the, you know, like ones from 3 or later. I actually get to fight this guy. Oh, I see, because there's some sort of fire attack. Oh, is that the end of the level now? I've killed that guy. Yeah, what was it? Rougher Cortex, where there was like an actual castle style level, was one of the things. I think it was the one that was on PS2. It just had atrocious loading times. I like that game other than the loading times. That was the only problem with that one, was it literally took like 5 minutes or some shit to what am I meant to be doing here? Oh, yeah, not that. Oh, I see. Is it meant to be getting the bomb of his when he drops the bomb? I don't know. I really don't quite get how I meant to get him with that hatch, unless I meant to knock the bomb into that. It looks like the puzzle would be something to do with these, rather than anything else. Oh, no. Anyway, I might... No, annoyingly, Dan, there's no McDonald's close to me, really, because if there was, I would try McDonald's stuff, like their vegan stuff as well, just to give it a taste, but because they don't really have any close to me, you know, I don't have McDonald's very often. I know it's not healthy food, it's just more, you know, the sake of, I'd quite like to try some of their, like, limited edition stuff when it's out, but because I'm not near a McDonald's, I'm not specifically going to go and get a bus ride into the middle of Oxford just to have a McDonald's. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Like I said, I'm hoping I'll be back to doing streams and videos more regularly now, assuming that I keep sort of feeling better, because at least today I feel way better than I did yesterday. Because yesterday I literally had a day that, you know, like, I didn't feel sick, but I just had that, like, sore chest from coughing, you know, and then felt fatigued. So, you know, every time I tried to get up and do something, I couldn't really concentrate on it. But thankfully it wasn't like a work day, you know, so I was able to just rest. But is 7-Eleven like a convenience store? Because we've definitely got quite a lot of convenience store things, but I don't think I've ever seen a 7-Eleven. I've seen like Subways and that in convenience stores, but I don't think we have specific 7-Elevens, but if we do, I've never seen them. But anyway, yeah, cheers, same with you, Rajiv. Hopefully a lot of this stuff eventually just starts clearing off, because it's not nice, is it, when you like keep getting, you know, feeling ill from something you probably should have beaten ages ago in terms of your immune system, but yeah. Anyway, have a good day, everybody. Thanks for everybody with the nice messages, and like I said, I'll try and get some more videos and streams up soon. It's just, you know, playing it by ear at the moment, because I don't want to overwork myself if I start feeling ill, because that was a mistake I was making to begin with. Was, you know, just constantly pushing myself when I felt ill, and then I just feel worse and worse and worse. But yeah, see you, everybody, have a good day. I just remember